Have you ever wondered what really sets apart the men women pursue from those who seem invisible? It's not about looks, money, or luck. It's something much deeper and more powerful. In this video, I'm going to reveal a secret that few men know, but that completely transforms the way women see them. And here's a warning. If you learn and apply this, it will no longer be about how to win someone over, but about making a choice. Curious? Then stay with me until the end to discover why this secret is a game changer in relationships. Have you noticed how rare things, like gold or diamonds, attract so much attention? It's not just because of their shine, but because they're not available to everyone at any given moment. Guess what? The same principle applies to relationships. When you're always available, even without realizing it, you might diminish the value others see in you. How can someone miss you if you never give them the chance to? This is where the power of scarcity comes in. But hold on, this doesn't mean ignoring messages or being cold. The idea is to prioritize yourself, your plans, your goals, your life. A man who drops everything to respond immediately or cancels his commitments just to please someone else sends the wrong message that his life revolves around them. And let's be honest, that can feel suffocating. True scarcity lies in being busy with what's important to you. Women tend to admire men with clear purposes. When you're focused on what matters to you, something interesting happens. Your absence starts to be noticed, and your presence becomes more valued. Instead of chasing, you become someone people seek out. This isn't manipulation. It's about having priorities and letting that show. When your life reflects your values, interest naturally follows. And here's the most fascinating part. By applying this principle, you stop worrying about other people's validation. You realize that by investing in yourself, people start seeing your worth. Now, you might be wondering, how can I do this without seeming distant or indifferent? Let's explore that now. Have you ever thought about whether people truly remember you or just see you as one more? Many men, in their effort to please, end up becoming predictable and, frankly, uninteresting. Being kind is great, but when you give up your authenticity to make someone happy, it stops being attractive. To truly win someone over, you need to be interesting, not just always around. It's not about bragging or exaggerating, it's about showing that you live a life full of purpose and unique moments. For example, instead of only talking about your job, share something curious or different that you've done, like learning something new or an experience that marked you. These kinds of conversations spark curiosity and make her want to know more about you. After all, interesting people are those with stories and passions that make them unique. Another secret? Leave room for mystery. Don't reveal everything about yourself right away. This creates that "I want to know more" feeling. Think of a good movie. Open endings always leave us thinking. It's the same in relationships. When you build this sense of anticipation, you set yourself apart from the majority and consequently become much more attractive. So here's a question for you. Are you being memorable or just predictable? If she can anticipate everything you're going to say or do, her interest will start to fade. Ignoring someone intelligently doesn't mean being rude or indifferent. It's about subtly showing that your attention has value and that you don't give it away carelessly. This doesn't mean you should be distant or seem uninterested, but rather find a balance. When you show interest while maintaining your independence, you create an irresistible contrast, one that reflects confidence and maturity. For example, imagine she sends you a message while you're busy. Instead of dropping everything to respond immediately, finish what you're doing and reply afterward. This simple act communicates something powerful. Your life has priorities, and she needs to understand that she's part of a bigger picture, not the center of it. This makes the time you dedicate to her feel special, not just something she can expect at any moment. Another key point is knowing how to end moments on a high note. You know when a conversation or date is going great. Ending the interaction while it's still at its peak makes her want more. It's like that episode of a series that ends at the most exciting moment, leaving you eager for the next one. This creates positive memories and makes her see you as someone special instead of remembering long, sometimes exhausting interactions. Now, you might be thinking, how do I avoid overdoing it? The answer is simple: authenticity. This isn't about playing games or forcing behaviors, but being natural and intentional. When you focus on yourself, your actions become genuine, and that confidence makes her want to be closer. The key is to turn that curiosity into a deeper connection, without falling into the trap of seeking approval. There's a big difference between wanting to impress and being a leader. Many men try to draw attention with grand gestures or over-the-top actions, but true power lies in silent leadership, the kind that comes from confidence and doesn't need words to assert itself. Men with this natural presence attract attention. Subtly, exuding security and control without effort, imagine you're out with a woman and the question arises, "Where should we go for dinner?" Instead of replying with, "What do you want to do?" say something like, "I have an amazing place in mind. I think you'll love it." It's simple, direct, and shows that you know what you want. This isn't about being imposing, but about showing initiative, which makes things easier for her and conveys confidence. The silent leadership also shows up in the way you communicate. Don't be afraid to express your opinions, even if they differ from hers. This doesn't create conflict. It creates admiration. Women respect men who have their own thoughts and don't hesitate to stand by them. This demonstrates maturity, balance, and a well-defined identity. But remember, to lead is not to dominate. It's about offering direction while staying open to how she feels and what she wants. This balance creates a genuine connection where she feels valued but knows you also have your own values and priorities. Now, if you want to take this to another level, here's a powerful tip. Learn to use your absence as a strategy. Showing that you're not available all the time makes her miss you and value your presence even more. Silence can be a powerful and underrated tool in the art of attraction. It breaks the predictable rhythm of a conversation and creates space for something essential, curiosity. Many men, in their attempt to keep someone interested, end up talking too much, filling every moment with words. But the real impact lies in knowing when to pause, letting mystery work in your favor. For instance, imagine you're talking and instead of revealing everything at once, you say something like, "Something interesting happened today, but I'll tell you later." This simple approach plants a question in her mind that she'll want answered. Silence here isn't emptiness, it's an invitation. It makes her want to know more about you, naturally creating engagement. The same applies to messages or social media. Responding immediately to everything can give the impression that you have no other priorities, but when you respond calmly, even attentively, it shows that you're in control of your time. This creates a healthy sense of anticipation and makes each of your messages more valuable. Now, the most important thing, silence isn't synonymous with disinterest. The idea isn't to ignore or push her away, but to allow the conversation to breathe. It's like a piece of music that uses pauses to emphasize the right notes. When used naturally, silence leaves a positive and memorable impact. And when it comes to in-person interactions, does this work as well? How can you use silence and mystery to make her want to spend more time with you? Let's dive into that now. Making someone miss you isn't about playing games or using forced strategies. It's about creating moments so genuine and special that your absence leaves a space that's hard to fill. The key here lies in the quality, not the quantity, of your interactions. When you're together, show that you're fully present. This means listening attentively, noticing details, and making her feel unique. Imagine being on a date where you pay attention to how she speaks, reacts, or even the way she smiles. This kind of focus leaves a lasting impression, something she'll remember even when you're not around. After these moments, the secret is to balance communication. If the date was amazing on Saturday, avoid spending all of Sunday exchanging messages. Let her have time to reflect on what you shared and to miss you. This doesn't mean disappearing or giving her the cold shoulder. It means allowing her to process the experience without you constantly reinforcing it. Now, here's the most crucial point. All of this only works when you have a fulfilling life. Having hobbies, projects, friends, and goals makes your absence feel natural, not forced. This sparks genuine interest in her because she realizes you have an interesting, full life. And the next step, using that sense of longing to create an even stronger connection. How do you turn the space you've left into an opportunity to deepen your bond? That's exactly what we're going to explore. few things are as attractive as an authentic man. Being authentic means staying true to who you really are, without trying to shape your actions to please or impress others. It's the foundation for building real, lasting connections. When your words and actions reflect what you truly believe, you exude an energy that's impossible to overlook. For example, if you have a strong opinion about something, don't be afraid to express it, even if she thinks differently. Believe it or not, women value men who know what they want and hold firm convictions. A respectful dialogue, even with opposing viewpoints, shows confidence and maturity, qualities that can be far more striking than physical appearance or grand gestures. Of course, being authentic doesn't mean being insensitive or speaking without thinking. It's important to combine honesty with empathy and to understand the moment. If she's sharing something meaningful, pay genuine attention, not just to seem interested, but because you truly value what she's saying. People can easily spot inauthenticity, and nothing is more discouraging than someone pretending to care. Authenticity lies in being sincere about your intentions while respecting her feelings and boundaries. And do you know what's even more powerful? When you're authentic, you attract people who genuinely like you for who you are, not for a fabricated version of yourself. This eliminates the need for games or manipulation, because everything starts with trust and reciprocity. The greatest experts in female behavior have already identified what truly makes a woman feel an irresistible attraction to a man. It's scientific, proven, yet few know about it. Now, you have the chance to learn this directly from those who master the subject. Imagine having this knowledge in your hands and completely transforming your love life. The first step is in the link pinned in the comments. Don't miss it. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and be sure to check out the next video already playing on your screen.